Welcome back. Now, here's the news that is coming in of how Donald Trump has now ensured that there is a crackdown of those who do not agree with his policies, because the first salvo has been fired on the acting Attorney General Sally Yates, who's been asked to vacate the office. Now, Sally Yates had denied the Muslim immigration ban. She had been defiant about the Trump's executive order. He accused her of betraying the U.S. administration. In a White House statement, the Democratic holdover had obstructed the collective agenda of the country's national interest for political reasons, is what's mentioned. They also say that Yates said on Monday that she will not defend the executive order in court, explaining in a letter to Justice Department attorney. She said that the institution should stand for what is right and what must remain consistent with its stand. India Today, Smita Sharma joining us this morning. So, Smita, does it seem like the start to a face-off that we're seeing between the government and the U.S. judiciary?
It's not just the judiciary and the government, Devina, it's a fight between Donald Trump's administration and a lot of the old bureaucrats. We've already seen voices of dissent within the State Department, where senior, in fact, management level, senior serving career officers, they resigned. And of course, Donald Trump said that they were fired because they were from the old administration. If you look at the memo that Sally Yates sent, Sally Yates was basically the number 2 official at the department. This was prior to Trump's swearing in, and she took charge only intermittently because Jeff Sessions is actually Donald Trump's pick as Attorney General, but his confirmation hearing at the Senate is still pending. And in that memo, clearly Sally Yates doubts the wisdom and legality of the directive, saying that my responsibility is to ensure that the position of the Department of Justice is not only legally defensible, but is informed by our best view of what the law is after consideration of all the facts. So what happens now is, of course, as an interim arrangement, Dana Boente has been appointed as the Attorney General, but the government, after Yates going away, basically was left with no authorized courtroom representation, in several lawsuits. This is going to be a friction that we'll see, which is a very South Asian kind of a friction playing out into American politics, Devina.
Thanks for joining us with all those details. This is a development we are watching out for very keenly. Remember, a New York judge had also put a temporary hold on the executive order by Donald Trump. Let's also move on to the other story we're tracking now. Yesterday, there was a historic decision taken for the BCCI panel to be appointed. Now, here's what the former CAG Vinod Rai and his member team of 3 other people have been given the task. There would be also historian Ramachandra Guha, former women's team captain Diana, and former IDFC chairman Vikram Limai, who will be part of this board. They will be given the responsibility of overhauling the BCCI. Limai and current BCCI Joint Secretary Amitabh Chaudhary will represent India in the ICC meeting, which is likely to be held in first week of February. The Supreme Court has asked the CEO of BCCI, Rahul Johri, to report to the panel of administrators. The Supreme Court has also asked BCCI to submit a list of recommendations which have implemented the newly appointed administrators, the amicus curiae, Anil Dhawan and Gopi Subramaniam, to submit the Lodha panel recommendations as well and their report on the implementation so far.